Okay, so going straight into Germany, the German Grand Prix. I'm just going with balanced tyre allocation, I think, because it just makes it, it gives you, well, the only choice is softer. It gives you an extra Q1 super soft, um, or it will, if you go for harder, it will change. I want to keep the race strategy as the crew compounds to give me a bit of variety if I need to. If I need to change, obviously, with varied weather conditions, you don't know what the race is going to be like. Obviously, with rain and stuff when you're choosing that, so you have to really make sure you can do different strategies if you need to, because especially the UK Grand Prix, normally rains here in the UK, so yeah, you gotta look for that. And going straight into practice, obviously not going to show you any of the practice programs I actually did, because there's no real point. Everyone's seen this done before, track acclimatization and all that. Yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. You go through. And anyway, practice 2, I get perfect on both qualifying pace and tyre acclimatization. I complete the time management, which is really good for me because time management is one of my worst things. I can't do it. Can't manage my tyres, which is the thing that really lets me down in races. I'm very fast, but I'm quite fast. But the real bad point is that my tyres get destroyed. So adding about 23 around about seconds onto my overall time for another pit stop causes me to lose quite a lot of places.
Quick look at the classification at the end of the session.
Jolie and Palmer
top three.
putting a 43 second thing, and I got a 119. Obviously, it's a glitch. Palmer can't do it that fast, but yeah, yeah, it would be stupid if he did. And anyway, getting to resource points, I got 700 and something, 730.
Hi, how are you? I'm just passing on your qualifying goals for this weekend.
So I got 10. I've got to be position 10. Beat Kvyat, beat my teammate. Normal stuff. Beat your rival. Top 10. They're expecting top 10, which I think I could probably do. Hopefully, both Renaults can get top 10. Because show that we're, show the progress we've really made this first season on the career mode.
Welcome to Germany for today's.
Anyway, qualifying 1. I'm just looking at the weather here, and it looks like it's going to be dry. So perfectly fine for me to get out and go. Anyway, coming in for my first lap. Going across the line, I made a bit of a mistake at the end there, going a bit on the grass there, but didn't really affect us out and again really. But we're getting a bit better, but we're just not catching Daniel Ricciardo. We got a best second sector, but we're just not catching him. What about? And so just quickly going through this because we're in 4th. We're beating Hamilton easily through that. Okay, so getting into qualifying, 2 or 3, I don't know which one it was there. I think it's Q3 actually. Looking at it, no Q2. Go first there. Well, a 1 minute 18.14. 0. Basically dead. And as we're getting a lot faster there, Q1 we were getting, 400 tenths off Daniel Ricciardo, and then we go out 400 tenths better there in that last one. So 118 dead. It's but anyway, on this last one, you can see the track's really wearing in, and look, 117.8 on our first lap, and our second lap we get a 117.6, which puts us first. Front row, best seat in the house for the race, really. But we will be saying that's the real issue we've got, because Hamilton and other cars have been quicker than us this weekend. So 5 minutes to go, we're still first, but we've got the fastest first sector. And going into the last minute, and it looks
grid
like
is all set then for the
we're
race tomorrow.
second.
But
We
before
are
we
beaten
go,
right at
let's
the end
quickly
there
remind ourselves of our
by
top three,
Max
who
Verstappen
are
by
Verstappen,
1/10.
a Renault, and Lewis Hamilton. With
So we're still on the front row, which is very good. We're one of the best positions we've had, qualifying positions we've had all season, really. Allowing us to really go into the race with high hopes of being on the podium and maybe even winning the race, really. Against Max Verstappen, who pulled it out from nowhere, really. That thing, because all weekend it was Daniel Ricciardo, his teammate, who was, Q1 and 2, really, who was top one, the best driver there. But obviously went down a bit to 4th or 5th at the end on that final third qualifying session.
I have some information on the race goals you should keep in mind.
So finished 7th, beat Kvyat, beat Palmer. I think we should easily finish 7th, really. We're second on the grid. Let's put it perfectly honestly. I'd be very, very disappointed in myself if I became lower than that. Anyway, just gonna upgrade something, as I have 850 points. I might as well upgrade the engine, really, because that's one of the best things we can do. We need straight line speed to be competitive against the Mercedes. That is at the top of the research board at the minute, and against Williams, our next biggest rival up there, to get past them. They got very good top line speed with that Mercedes powered engine.
Good afternoon and welcome to a place that is very special to us all in the Formula One community. It's the Hockenheim Ring, home of the German Grand Prix. Always good for a close scrap is Hockenheim. Think back to Alonso, Ricciardo, Vettel as recently as 2014, and I'm expecting some more strong racing today. We're racing in the Rhine Valley this weekend at the home of many of the sport's finest competitors. The 2.8-mile Hockenheim Ring requires precision through the technical stadium section and great raw speed down the long, flat-out curve towards the popular overtaking zone of the Turn 6 hairpin. Watch out for a lot of wheel-to-wheel action there today. And joining me on this journey today is Anthony Davidson. Now, Ant, it's the home race for Mercedes, so tell me from your perspective as a driver, does a team's attitude change for their home race? Obviously a home victory, particularly good marketing, you think, play on the national pride side of things a bit, but do you see that all come through at all?
Not really, to be honest. I mean, you do get a bit of a pep talk, I suppose. There's certainly somewhat of a raised sense of importance when it's the team's home race, but at the end of the day, we're all professionals. I mean, I want to win every race I compete in, and the teams want to win every race they compete in too. So the stakes are unbelievably high at this level. I mean, the effort is 100%, 24/7 all year round, whether it's your home Grand Prix or not.
This is our engine supplier's home Grand Prix. Let's give them a race worth watching.
We're almost ready to go then, and this is what the starting grid looks like for today's race. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he starts from pole position, and a Renault alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Hamilton, Ricciardo, Sebastian Vettel, and Raikkonen, Rosberg, Bottas, Kvyat, and Sergio Perez. Button, Sainz, Romain Grosjean, and Alonso, Hülkenberg, Gutierrez, Jolyon Palmer and Felipe Massa, Nasser and Ericsson, Rio Haryanto and Pascal Wehrlein completes the grid. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
Okay, so going into the race now, going to the race strategy. I think I'm just going to go for the normal strategy really. You know, these strategies are a bit weird really. Going from super soft obviously because we got into Q3, got past Q2. And this is looking like a weird strategy where a 4-stop race, you know, it's quite a lot of tyre wear, I'm guessing. But with the extra pit stop, it looks like the strategy just looks weird. You know, on that final set of super stuff, you're using them for a lot less than really, like. So I've already used the super stuff at the start, and they can go to so-called lap 5, and at the end they're only going 3 laps, which I don't think it's the best use of the tyre. But it's a personalised strategy, and so it should give us the best one that's good for us, and not just as a normal strategy. And okay, so we're getting in formation lap, warming everything up, warming the brakes up, making sure. Okay, I hit the wall. Yeah, I just do hit the wall, and I I replay that. I'm not having me hit a wall because it's kind of boring. Yeah, showing you me sitting on the grid for a good 3-4 minutes is you know, great use of video time, obviously. So now I want to show you a proper formation lap. Really, I'm not. Yeah, I want to show you what I do on the formation lap and what I'm trying to warm up the tyres and stuff. So you can see like what I'm doing right, what I'm doing wrong. If you want. Nearly going to the back of Max Verstappen now. Yeah, that's kind of like quite perfect through that end thing. I think the AI took control there. I think the car wasn't controlled by myself when I went through that last section. Because I can't do it that perfectly. And if I was, fair play to myself, but I just don't think it is. You can see on my line, there's quite a lot of marbling maybe on the track, because really, if you think about it, you're going through where Max Verstappen is on the proper on laps. You're not coming this side unless you're overtaking, and you're not really coming this far this side to get the most out of slipstream, and you don't want to be moving too much when you come out because you lose time anyway. Going to 5 red lights, and away we go on the German Grand Prix, and someone's coming up my left side, I believe, and I think they just give up, and we are leading. And I hit the DRS board there, but anyway, we are leading going in. Anyway, here's a flashback of what happened. Well, I think it was the Mercedes who literally had to go behind Max Verstappen there, because literally no room, because I was next to him. Obviously getting fastest lap because the first one past the line. Anyway, just slipping there on the curb, just back wheel getting it, and not able to get off. Anyway, make a massive mistake. Well, not a massive mistake, but go off the track. Loses us first position to Hamilton, who's been looking quick in the race, really. Anyway, getting DRS on him here, getting slipstream as well, and just going to the inside for the next corner. Get past him before the corner. Now I'm just trying to, and he comes back down my inside, and he gets past me here. And I don't really back out of it. I just leave it into that gear a bit longer than, so it slows me down so I don't go into his side pod. Anyway, get past him here and go back into the first place. Anyway, 4th lap, I realised these tires are pretty gone. And just coming in, getting some new tires on, and yeah, hopefully do some quite fast laps to get me back into the lead with the undercut, really. So here we go past the Sauber and the manor of I think that was Rio Haryanto there. And it was literally, I think Misawa hits me, goes really wide trying to avoid me for no reason. And the Red Bulls, who both pitted, who we came out in front of, Max Verstappen and Daniel Ricciardo, both have to slow it down and then go past, which kind of gives us an advantage really, because we keep the speed there. And here we go, getting past Saba, and here's Vettel up ahead. But I don't know whether he was down the field already, or he is actually came in. Which I don't think he's came in, really. I don't think he would be up behind Palmer if he had. Like, straight behind Palmer at this point. And he wouldn't be, you know, 30 around this point. Oh god, hit Palmer there on the exit. Safety car. And this is because of Bottas going around the corner, you know, blowing his engine. And that's it. Him out of the race, Bottas. One of the Williams drivers who we may be looking at trying to beat in the championship soon. So yeah, good for us but bad for him. Anyway, coming on to the 13th lap, nothing really happened. We were just getting past cars who came in the pits, and we get past Sainz there, and then Kimi Räikkönen coming through everyone really and taking us. So we don't emerge in the lead. No standard, we never get actually back to the lead, even after our medium stint. Kimi Räikkönen getting past us there, but it don't really matter, we're coming in that lap anyway, so maybe the undercut will work well against these people. Yeah, Verstappen just gets ahead of us there on the exit. He's not too far away, and he's not made the second pit stop yet, like we have, showing that we are beating the guy on strategy, really, and raw pace in the race compared to qualifying, making this look quite easy now, and coming up to Max Verstappen really. Anyway, two people coming to the pits, and then we're gaining on Max Verstappen, and we get past him. The guy who came first in qualifying, we are now beating with a pit stop in hand, really. I think. And then Vettel here, who I believe came in for his maybe his second pit stop, is still ahead of us. Oh wait, no, he's going in for his second pit stop now, showing that we've actually got like a 23-second lead on him.
20.5 seconds.
And here comes Kimi Räikkönen. Look, the undercut works so well. We get in front of Kimi Räikkönen, which I didn't show. Obviously, I didn't know before then. And coming in for another undercut on Kimi Räikkönen again. It's not really undercut anymore if he's not pitting. If he's on the mediums now, I don't think he's pitting again. And if he is, he's going on a super stop like me. So it all depends. Will this strategy work out? Me being a lot faster than Kimi Räikkönen at this point, or will he pit and go for to get the newer tyre, be faster, and try to catch us up? Coming up on Sainz now is on the harder tyre, and I was kind of thinking he would go through there, but he obviously backed off a bit. He realised, we passed him like 3 times. Anyway, Perez getting an engine failure right in front of us, which kind of helps it. It doesn't slow us down as much as it maybe would have, where if we had to like go outside. And here's virtual safety car, who we got Vettel in front of Verstappen actually.
We will keep you informed of any changes to the weather. VSC ending.
And it's ending, so we're gonna hopefully gain some maybe a 2-second advantage. Yeah. There on Max Verstappen in front of us, which will really help us beat him at the end of this race now. So 3 laps to go. Set a purple first sector there, and just going past Max Verstappen easily. And Massa, who is on the medium tyre also, is now up ahead of us, who I don't think will not be going faster than us. And look at this, trying to go down the inside there, didn't really work. Don't really want to hit him. And I get fastest lap of the race there on the 32nd lap. Anyway, trying to go. I didn't get enough traction there to beat him So using his slipstream, using the DRS to full advantage and just going down inside it. But the funny thing is, Kimi Raikkonen stayed out, Rosberg stayed out, and they managed to make that strategy work.
Top job, my friend, top job. I was a bit worried
Meaning
about
they
this
did
one at the
very
start
well
of the
on
weekend,
strategy
but
and
you've pulled
pace
through.
in the race.
Thank you.
We do come third though, we get a podium, which is very good for Renault.
So
Gets us up
another
in the
fantastic
Constructors'
victory for the
Championship
Silver Arrows.
and our Drivers' Championship.
Anthony, what do you think made the difference here?
Well, they played the safety car to absolute perfection. There are so many factors to worry about once the race is neutralised. I mean, do you pit for fresh rubber? Do you have the space behind you? How much fuel can you save? If you answer all of those questions correctly, you'll have a good chance. And that's exactly what happened today.
So as I say that, we can see the drivers coming out now to collect their trophies. It's yet more silverware to take back to their base in Brackley after another excellent Grand Prix. And now let's take a look at the driver's standings. Well, the lead at the top has come down after a poor result for our points leader. Now then, Anthony Davidson,
So Max
who is your
Verstappen
driver
comes
of the day?
fourth.
Well, it's got to be
from
Felipe
first,
Massa,
which
hasn't
is
it?
very good.
He fought so hard and had incredible
Sixth and
pace at
seventh,
times. I don't think anyone
Kimi
did a better
Raikkonen,
job today.
Rosberg
And here's how
there,
things are shaping
and
up
they
with the
actually come
Constructors'
first.
Championship.
You know,
It
they don't
was
have
a
the
tough race
fastest
for our
lap,
championship leaders
but their
who
strategy
lose
just
ground
works
at
a
the
lot
top of
better.
the table. Meanwhile,
they're
Renault move up the
consistently
table
faster than
with
us,
another
really.
strong performance this weekend.
So,
It was
we
great
go up
having you
table.
with us for this weekend. I hope you enjoyed
And
it
we're
as
10th
much as
in
we
the Drivers'
did.
Championship,
Until
and
next
Renault's
time, though,
7th
goodbye.
in the Constructors, which is very good. So he's getting some resource points for, I think it's participation in first driver kind of things. Here we go, here's the first driver bonuses that we get. And our rival, we definitely beat Daniel Kvyat on, you know, the lap we beat, like we got the fastest one, so he's definitely not beat us there. And you know, we're just gonna stay at 10 for the driving position meter. And then just gonna get some career points here. And the next race will be Spa, which is one of the best or the most iconic races of the F1 calendar, and I'll see you there.